Hello, this is Nick from Prestman Auto doing a video walkthrough of our 2023 Ford Explorer ST. So what we're going to do is we're going to walk all the way around. We're going to look for any dents, scratches, make sure there's no kind of weird blemishes on the outside. Then we'll go inside, check out some of the features, make sure everything's working properly. And then lastly, we're going to pop the hood and look a little bit under there, just for good measure, basically. So first impressions are honestly really good. Normally you'd expect to see a little bit of rock chipping up here in the front, just because that's where it usually is. That being said, aside from needing a bath, I'm not seeing anything. So 10 out of 10 to begin, but let's start going around and see if there's anything that we can find. If we do, I'll be sure to stop, zoom in, make sure you get a good visual so you know everything going on. Tires on here are in great condition. You got loads of life left in those, so that's fantastic. Love that. I gotta say, I really like the color, which sounds dumb. I know it's just gray, but I feel like, I don't know, Ford just does a really good job with the gray. It's kind of like glossy, which is a little bit different than just like a flat normal gray. So I like it quite a bit. You can make fun of me if you want, but I think it's cool. Especially on an ST, these things are freaking fun. I've had two separate customers, completely unrelated to each other, who drove one of these just on vacation. They rented a car and it happened to be an Explorer ST. And they came home and were like, that car was sick, I need to buy that. So it's a very, very fun ride. Big fan. Awesome, awesome, looking good. This thing is clean, man. Got a little ST on the ground, because, you know, why not? All right, well, as far as the exterior goes, dare I say, a clean 10 out of 10. It looks really freaking nice. So anyway, let's hop inside, check out some of those features. So back seats are in, really good condition. You also have heated seats in the rear, which is sick. So you tell your kids they're freaking lucky. You got the ST on the ground like I showed you, and then you also have the keypad on the side. Interior. All right, no warning lights or any shenanigans up top, so that's, always a good thing. But let's cycle through a couple things. All right, tire pressure's good, fuel economy, it's a trip, blah, blah, blah. Settings, oil life, cool. All right, so everything up there looks pretty straightforward. As far as interior features go, you have a lot. There's a lot of stuff in here. So I'm going to go a little bit fast just for the sake of time. But down here, you're going to have your auto stop start system as well as your different drive modes, of which you have plenty to pick from. So that's pretty fun. Up here, you're going to have your adaptive cruise control as well as your lane keep assist, paddle shifters on the sides. Over here, these are kind of just basic. It's like headlights or whatever. But on the sides, you can pull in your side mirrors. Also very fun. Let's make sure they're working real quick. Beautiful. Check the other one. Majestic. All right, basic stuff. Windows rolled down. You also have the shades in the back seat, so those are pretty nice. Other windows, incredible. They roll down. Wow. You're also gonna have your seat presets. Heated seats, heated steering wheel, cooled seats for both passengers. So that's fantastic. You're gonna have a couple plugins down here, as well as an electronic parking brake. AC is working beautifully. I had to turn it off, but let's turn it back on just to say we did. That's really cold. I don't need that right now. All right. You're also gonna have your navigation system. If you're missing any apps that you want, you can just download that. Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, connect your phone, and on and on and on. So there's no shortage of things to play with up here. You're also gonna have a big old freaking sunroof, moonroof combo. So that's just classy as frick. Love that. And then just your basic stuff. Lights turn on and whatever. That's pretty straightforward. So as far as the interior condition goes, it's really, really nice. I'm actually very, very impressed. They did a great job with this. So I'm not seeing any rips, any dents, any tears, any stains, any really much of anything. So very, very nice. So anyway, let's pop the hood in the engine bay real quick. Check that out real fast, and then that should be good for this video. All right. While we're out here, here's a quick look around some of our lot. So we go down all the way down to those banners, and then we go down actually quite a ways down over there. I don't even think you can see. But we sell more cars here than any independent dealer in the state. We've been around for 33 years, which you don't have to know that, you know, but I feel like it's nice to know a little bit about who you're working with. Like, we know what we're doing and all that jazz. Anyway. So I don't know how mechanically inclined you are or aren't, but regardless of how much you know about cars, you should always look under the hood of any vehicle you're looking to buy. The reason being, even if you don't know anything about cars, you do at least know what neglect looks like. So if you got like rust all over the metal pieces, if everything's just covered in like cobwebs and an ocean of dust and stuff, then I would ask some more questions at that point, you know, personally. That being said, this is fantastic. There's really not even dust on it at all. So that's pretty sweet. But yeah, 10 out of 10 under here as well. If you are mechanically inclined, we can go into a little bit more detail, but we'll keep this video pretty user-friendly for now. Suffice to say, when you pop the hood of an engine bay, this is exactly what you want to see. Cool. So if you have any other questions or there's something that I missed that you'd like to see, just let me know. I'm happy to show you anything on here. But for now, this is your new ST.